vast savanna in southern Africa, a pair of lions, one male and one female, roamed freely for years. They hunted as a team, traversing expansive plains without pause. As the climate grew harsher, water sources dwindled and prey became harder. To find, the lions chose to abandon their old territory to seek a new, safer home. They journeyed hundreds of kilometers, enduring hunger and threats from rival predators. Each night, the male lion kept watch, allowing the female to rest and restore her energy. After weeks of travel, they followed the scent of water and wildlife to Makhado National Park, a renowned South African reserve boasting sprawling grasslands and thriving ecosystems. Upon arriving, the lions cautiously explored, sniffing for a safe spot to settle. They encountered patrol vehicles, guard stations, and fences, though their purpose remained unclear to them. At Makhado, 2 staff members, Sifo and Namsa, noticed signs of these unfamiliar visitors. Sifo, a skilled patrol driver, regularly crossed the savanna to monitor wildlife conditions, while Namsa, an expert observer, diligently documented changes within the reserve. Both were astonished to discover large lion tracks near the central river and opted to observe from afar to ensure the new lions faced no immediate dangers. Initially, the male lion roared at night to claim his territory. The female, still adjusting to the new surroundings, often appeared restless, pacing frequently. Sifo and Namsa quietly watched, noting details about the lion's health and behavior. Though weary, the lions were strong enough to catch small prey like antelopes or rabbits. Namsa observed the female's slower movements and suspected she might be pregnant. Sifo concurred, noticing the male's heightened protectiveness toward his mate. Both felt a mix of excitement and concern, as a pregnancy would be a boon for conservation efforts. After 4 months, the female's pregnancy was evident, her belly grew, and her steps slowed. Sifo prepared basic medical supplies in the vehicle for any emergencies, while Namsa continued her meticulous observations, tracking the female's rest, diet, and the male's demeanor. The entire Makhado team hoped for a smooth delivery. However, complications arose when the female struggled to give birth, suffering for 2 days. The lions grew agitated. The female groaned in pain, while the male paced anxiously. Namsa and Sifo recognized the urgency, fearing the female's life was at risk without intervention. Anesthetizing her was not an option, as she was in labor, and sedating the male could provoke the female to flee or react aggressively, worsening the situation. Relying on their expertise and bravery, Sifo and Namsa decided to approach the lions. They drove closer, watching for any signs of aggression from the male. As they neared, the male roared loudly, his mane bristling with alertness. The female lay in pain, barely moving, whimpering softly with each contraction. Namsa whispered to Sifo that they had to act quickly, or the lioness might not survive. Sifo nodded, cautiously stepping out of the vehicle, keeping his eyes on the lions. Namsa followed, carrying medical supplies including an injection to aid the birth. In the open grassland, the 2 humans and 2 lions faced each other, closer than ever before. The male growled and stepped forward to shield his mate but held back from attacking, perhaps sensing their intent to help rather than harm. Namsa approached slowly, speaking softly to calm the lioness. Sifo stood ready to retreat if the situation escalated. Gradually, the lioness relaxed, her eyes softening, allowing Namsa to touch her belly. Namsa administered a birth aid injection to boost the lioness's strength. The male gave a soft roar, but did not attack. The staff stepped back slightly, waiting for the medicine to work. After nearly 2 hours of intense contractions, a small lion cub was born. Sparking overwhelming emotion, the male approached, gently licking the cub, while the female panted, her eyes glowing with relief. Saipho let out a quiet cheer as the cub moved, emitting a faint cry. Namsa quickly checked the cub, confirming it had no major issues, and administered another dose of tonic to help the female recover faster. The male glanced at them as if offering silent gratitude. Saipho and Namsa retreated, giving the lion family space to bond. On the ground, the cub wriggled, healthy in its mother's embrace. The lioness licked her newborn, purring gently in welcome. From the vehicle, the staff watched this tender moment, hearts brimming with joy. They named the male lion Kata, the female Leia, and the cub Mosi, symbolizing courage, hope, and a fresh start, respectively. After ensuring Leia's stability, Saipho started the vehicle, while Namsa kept watching the family. The car drove off, slowly, leaving Kota, Leia, and Mosi in the breezy afternoon. Back at the station, Namsa wiped away tears, proud of saving a precious life. Saipho smiled, calling it a career-defining moment at Makhado National Park. The reserve buzzed with excitement over Leia's successful delivery. The next day, during patrol, Saipho and Namsa saw Kota and Leia on a grassy hill, glancing at the vehicle. Mosi, still tiny, toddled near his mother's feet, occasionally looking up with curiosity. The male no longer growled at humans, as if a bond of trust had formed. Namsa believed Kota's family would thrive under Makhado's care, while Saipho recorded Mosi's birth in his journal, marking it as a significant milestone. The tale of Kota, Leia, and Mosi became a symbol of the bond between humans and wildlife. Each time the patrol vehicle appeared, the lion family glanced over, as if quietly thankful. Kota gave soft growls, Leia tended to her cub, and Mosi grew stronger daily. Makhado's team saw this as a triumph, proof that conservation efforts yield wonders. As time passed, Mosi grew, learning to hunt with his mother and roaring with his father to claim their territory. Kota remained proud, always by Leia's side, while Leia, now a mother, stayed resilient. At dawn, the lion family looked serene, a stunning sight on the lush savannah. When Saipho and Namsa's vehicle approached, Kota merely glanced calmly. Resuming his watch, Namsa smiled, reflecting on the lion's challenging journey. Saipho felt their trust, despite the divide between nature and humanity. Their efforts preserved a precious life and kept a lion family whole. The story spread across the reserve, inspiring animal lovers. All hoped Kota, Leia, and Mosi would grow the lion pride in Makhado. Though challenges lay ahead, courage and faith would foster harmony between humans and nature. At sunset, the male lion's roar echoed, a reminder of past struggles. Leia nurtured Mosi, fostering a life full of promise. Saipho and Namsa returned to the station, filled with fulfillment. They knew the lion family would greet them with familiar glances upon their return. The night breeze swept through the plains, carrying the scent of grass and the sounds of the wild. Stars lit the sky, guiding the path the staff had walked. There, Mosi slept soundly in his mother's embrace. Kota stood guard, ensuring no threats entered their domain. From a distance, Saipho and Namsa watched the family, confident their mission was fulfilled. And so, whenever the reserve's vehicle passed, Kota, Leia, and Mosi looked over as if conveying deep gratitude. Dear friend, thank you for joining us in this journey.